Hey guys, it's Samantha, and today I am doing my memory keeping spread for the first week in October using Enchanted Orchard by Scribble Co. And of course I had to pull in this beautiful sunset ombre autumn washi from not Scribble Co. from Simply Gilded. So I'm just going ahead and putting down the bottom washi here along with the washi from the kit. My slice tool, I don't know if I just did it at a weird angle, but I've been having issues with my slice tool not cutting my washi cleanly anymore, so I'm wondering if I need to get a new one. But I really love how this washi looks with this kit. It does have rose gold bows on it. I feel like this kit could go either gold or rose gold based on the colors in it, but I ended up going with gold foil for this because I didn't have the stuff I wanted to use in rose gold. I did go ahead and pre-fill out my sidebar because it just makes life a lot easier, and I realized I forgot to check off my weekly to-dos. So I'm grabbing a piece of washi. I love that apple washi, everything with that apple pattern I used from this kit. And then I'm going to grab my Simply Watercolor Co. This was a sampler book that I got from Jen at the SPC planner party. I went to dinner with her on Friday night, and I was at her hotel room beforehand, and she let me go through her little freebie stash, and I got that book, and it's super, super, super awesome. And I keep forgetting I have it. Those books, I have Once More with Loved Ones too. I have them in my drawer, and I always forget about them. And I was I forgot about this. I should use all these really pretty shiny foiled things because I'm using gold foil for this. So I went ahead and did the full boxes. I loved every full box in this kit. I didn't end up using the fox one because I wanted to use both of the girls, which killed me a little bit inside. I'm I need there to be room for another box, but there wasn't. So I might actually keep the sticker scraps for this and do a very white space spread in the future kind of thing. I don't know. But I felt bad leaving out the fox. So I'm just going ahead and putting down foil overlays. I had a couple of fall ones with gold foil left from Rose Color Days, and I'm using my handy dandy protractor just to smooth the overlays down, because some of them it takes a little while before it completely adheres to the full box, and it makes the colors look muted and I don't know. So, because these were darker colors, I could see it more and it was driving me nuts. So I used the rounded edge of the protractor to smooth everything out. And then I'm just putting some of the SPC foiled corners over some of the other boxes. I feel the corners work well on scene boxes. Instead of doing two overlays, I feel that can, doing two overlays on a scene box can sort of divide it up and not look as cohesive. I just doing the corners, making it look sort of like a photo. And then of course I had to pull out the web headers from Rose Color Days. I am obsessed with these. I got them in so many colors, and I'm I should have gotten more. I feel they're just really fun for fall, and they don't scream spider or anything, but I like the way they look. They're one of my favorite foil finds from this fall. So then I'm also going to use a Rose Color Days weekend banner, and I actually decided to put it more towards the middle of this box, and I really like how it turned out. Usually I do stuff at the top or at the bottom, the very top of the scene box or the bottom on the washi, but I really like that choice to put it in the middle of the scene box. So then I'm just going to go ahead and do deco and add in all of the little dots and stuff from the kit, and then I'll be back to go day by day. the first thing I marked was that I need coffee. This was a really rough week for me. I shared a little bit towards the end of the week on Instagram about what was going on with me. But I was like, I've been feeling really exhausted the whole month of September, and then I don't know, like, I don't really have answers for everything yet, but, like, once I do have some, like, doctor's appointments scheduled. I promise I will let you guys know once I know what's exactly going on, but I do have, like, some appointments with specialists and stuff. I've been really, really tired, and then I don't know if I got a virus on top of it, but, like, I've just been really achy and sore and stuff, so this week was rough, and I had a fever for like 3 or 4 days out of this week. I could have had a fever on Monday, and I just didn't know, because it was like a low-grade fever, like 99.3, which is still, like, I feel feverish at that. For me, like, I know some people are like, if it's under 100, I can't tell. Like, I can definitely tell. But I was just so exhausted this whole week. I ended up missing a bunch of work, which you'll see. But, I had an Amazon package come in on Monday, and then I'm going to grab a fancy label here and a Coffee Monsters Co. 6 sticker, like one of the ones that's just sort of like woozy. I think I had a pretty bad headache on Monday morning. I've had headaches like a lot for the last month. I've been living on Advil, which is also maybe why if I had a fever, I wouldn't have known, because I've been taking like a ton of Advil because of all the headaches I've been getting. So, yeah, I am going to have to get some more of those Coffee Monsters Co. 6 stickers because I've, like, burned through them. So then on Monday night, I ended up going for, like, a walk at a trail with Joe and our friend Kyle, which I was so exhausted at the end of it, but, like, I'm glad I went. It was really pretty. It smelled gross. It's, like, by the Cuyahoga River. It smelled so bad. But, it was really pretty. So, yeah, when I got home, I was completely beat. Like, I don't know how I made it through that trail, but I just came home and, like, crashed, watched, Great British Bake Off, and then went to bed really early. And I used a sleep sticker from Paper and Milk to mark that. So, like, on Tuesday morning, I woke up and I was so tired, I could barely function, and, like, I've been getting a ton of sleep. Like, I was getting, like, 8.5, 9 hours of sleep all of these nights, like, in bed for 10, you know, good sleep hygiene, all that stuff. So tired. I think I actually got a Diet Coke on Tuesday morning. Like, I had my coffee, and then I got a Diet Coke before I went out. Like, I was on desk in the morning when the library opened, and I got a Diet Coke from a vending machine before I went to the desk. And then when I got to the desk, the first thing I did, I actually did this at work. I called and made a doctor's appointment as soon as the office was open, because I was like, yeah, I'd been meaning to make a doctor's appointment for a while, and I'm, like, really bad about putting off that kind of stuff. And I was like, okay, this is really abnormal. Like, I really don't feel good. Like, I don't think other people feel this way every morning. So or like all day long, I need to make an appointment. So I made a doctor's appointment, and I had work from 9 to 5, which I'm going to put down a whole bunch of stuff and then realize I forgot to put my work label in, and then I'm going to have to move it all. So just be prepared for that. And also on Monday night, I broke one of my nails, and it made the gel polish shatter on that one nail, and, like, all the polish came off. And so I went in because I didn't want to, like, get a new manicure, plus the girl who does my nails only works on Saturdays and Sundays. So I went in and they just redid my one nail for a couple bucks so that I could get my manicure, like, I could have my manicure for the rest of the week, because it's, like, I usually do every other week for gel manicures, which was sweet. And that nail polish bottle is from Scribble Prince Co. And then I grabbed the foiled, like, running dude from Scribble Prince Co. to mark that I had a kickball game. I was so tired on Tuesday night, and the game was at 8:15, which is so late, and it's, like, dark way before then. I was so tired. Like, I came home, I, like, remember walking into the dining room to get my charger, because my, like, phone charger was in there from doing a puzzle and listening to my audiobook, and I, like, sat down and, like, couldn't get back up. Like, I just laid on the floor in the dining room for, like, an hour, and Joe ended up driving me to the kickball game because I was so tired. I was afraid I was going to fall asleep while I was driving. So I played catcher the entire game. I was, like, so zoned out. Like, the ball just kept, like, rolling past me, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm, like, supposed to get that and throw that back to the pitcher. Like, I was so out of it. But I survived and then came home and, like, went immediately to bed. Like, I don't even think I showered. I had mud all over my arms. I, like, rinsed my arms off in the kitchen sink and just, like, went to bed. And I was wearing, like, leggings, so my legs didn't have anything, which is, like, gross, but I was so tired. I, like, didn't think I could stand in a shower for, like, 5 minutes. So, Wednesday was trash day, and I had, like, I put that I had insomnia on, like, Tuesday night. I still got, like, almost 7 hours of sleep. But, like, I woke up for, like, an hour and a half or 2 hours in the middle of the night, and then I was, like, having anxiety about how tired I was, and because I was having anxiety about how tired I was, or how tired I was going to be, or, like, how much my body hurt, I couldn't fall back asleep. So, basically, I ended up calling off work because I was so exhausted, and I literally laid in bed, like, with my face mask on until, like, the last minute. I had to go into work to do my program. Like, if I had known how crappy I was going to feel by the end of the day, I might have just canceled my program, but I really didn't want to do that, and at the time, I thought I was just, like, tired. Oh, this is me realizing that I goofed up and forgot to put my work schedule in on Tuesday, so I'm literally just going to shift everything down and, like, white out the manicure. I don't even know if I white it out. I might just cover it with the little thing, and because it's a dark brown, it might, like, just cover that up, and then I'll write, like, the same manicure touch-up, but just down lower. But anyways, I, like, laid in bed until, like, 2 p.m. with a face mask on, and I, like, never was able to fall back asleep. Like, my heart was racing because I was so, like, anxious about, and you know how sometimes when you're, like, tired, you're just, like, whacked out, and, like, you're not thinking straight, and I was just, like, so upset about how tired I was, and, like, how much my body hurt, and I thought I was, like, kind of beating myself up because I thought I was just being a giant baby. Like, it would make sense if I'd only gotten, like, 3 or 4 hours of sleep to feel that way, but I'd still have gotten, like, 6.5 hours of sleep, which isn't, like, so little that you should feel sick from being, like, that tired or something. And, it wasn't like I was behind on sleep either. I've been getting a ton of sleep. Like, my average amount of sleep has gone up by, like, almost an hour since the end of August because I've been sleeping so much. And so I went to work from, like, 3 to 5 because I had my Girls Who Code meeting at 3, or, like, program at 3:45, and I thought I was just tired, and that night, like, a burger sounded so good, like a cheeseburger, so Joe went to Five Guys, and I was just, like, lying on the sofa. I don't even think I took off my work clothes. Like, I don't even think I was wearing, like, a t-shirt dress, and I think I just threw a blanket over my legs so that, like, I wasn't flashing my neighbors, and I was, like, just laying on the sofa, and I'm like, I really don't feel good, like, while Joe was gone, and I went and grabbed the thermometer and took my temperature, and it was, like, 99.3, and I was like, that's why, like, I feel so gross on top of, like, everything else. I don't know. So I called off sick Thursday, and I ended up calling off sick on Friday, too, because I still had a fever. Like, late Thursday night, I texted my boss, and I'm like, I still have a fever. I shouldn't come into work. I think I still had a fever on Friday, like, morning, in the afternoon, because I woke up on Friday morning and felt a little better, and then, like, as the day went on, felt crappy again. Yeah, but I ended up doing a load of laundry on Thursday morning because I was, like, out of pajamas, and I was like, if I'm sick, like, I'm gonna need cozy clothes. So that washing machine is from Planner Kate. They're, like, my favorite washing machine stickers in the whole wide world. And then I had my doctor's appointment at 11:50, and then I went and got blood work done just to, like, start some preliminary testing, figure out what's going on. It was actually a really good blood draw. The last time I went to that lab, they hit a nerve in my arm, and it was, like, I couldn't use my arm correctly. I couldn't use my arm correctly for, like, I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks. And then it was the same woman this time, and it was, like, the best blood draw I've ever had. I didn't even feel like going in, which I don't think I've ever had that happen before, where I literally could not feel the needle going into my skin. and I was just so achy and so tired. Like, my hands hurt so badly, because I was trying to, like, do, like, some planner stuff. Like, if I was just gonna sit and do whatever, I was trying to, like, edit videos and stuff, and my hands hurt just, like, typing and whatever, which is weird and, like, doesn't normally happen. I was just feeling so icky. So I ended up taking a nap in the middle of the day, which, you know, I hate taking naps. Even if I'm sick, I try not to take naps because I hate napping. Like, more than anything in the whole wide world, I hate naps. Because I usually feel sick to my stomach when I wake up from them. I don't know why that happens to me. And I just feel really groggy and gross, and it always screws with my sleep schedule, and I can't fall asleep. So I usually just try, if I'm really tired, I'm like, okay, I'll go to bed at like 8:30 or something really early, instead of taking a nap like in the afternoon. But I took a nap, and then Joe unloaded the dishwasher because I was laying on the sofa, and I had like no appetite, so I just ate a bunch of like popsicles. The Outshine ones were on sale at the grocery store, and so Joe went and got me like a bunch of flavors, and like all I ate on Thursday were popsicles. So yeah, I was just on the sofa watching Great British Bake Off the entire day. So nothing really very exciting happened. On Friday morning, I was still really, really tired, but I was feeling a little less achy and feverish. So I did sit down to like do my memory keeping spreads, since I don't have to talk through those, and I could just put on, like, I think I put on either my audiobook or other Plan With Me's, and just was trying to like play in my planner and distract myself from like how gross I was feeling. And then as like the morning went on, I started to feel worse and worse, and I took my temperature and I still had a fever. So that was poopy, but you know, whatever. And then there were SPC new releases at noon. I think there were some other like Crust Press and stuff, but I think those were the only like Friday new release things that I got. And then I basically once again spent the entire afternoon on the sofa watching TV, watching Great British Bake Off specifically, and then eating popsicles, because it's like all I really wanted. So like I said, I loved that apple pattern, so it's the only half box I used. I think I used both the squared off and the rounded half box of the apple pattern, because I really freaking love the apple pattern, and I used all of the patterned washi with it. That's like my favorite paper ever from the kit. Like, I mean, from period. I think I rarely ever use like a whole stack of patterned washi, just because I don't use very much patterned washi, but I like made a point to use it all in this kit, or in this spread. So on Saturday morning, I had my coffee and that coffee cup. All of those ones that look like that are from Moonlight Paper Co. She actually closed her shop. She said she might reopen in January. I really hope she does, or even just like if she reopens and only sells coffee stickers. I feel like so many people use her coffee stickers, and I love her coffee cups. So I'm going to be really sad if she doesn't reopen. And then I grabbed a record sticker from Love Shira to mark that I did voiceovers. And then that alarm, I hated how I wrote this. I realized I ran out of room, so I'm going to take this up and put down a label from the kit. But the Happy Scrappy large binder release, I'm going to try to like write this. I don't know what I was thinking. There was no salvaging this. The Happy Scrappy large binder release was at 11 a.m. my time on Saturday morning. And I did limit myself just to 2, because I couldn't really justify spending $100 on 4 binders. So I got the Scribble Prince Co. one, and then I think I got the Two Little Bees collab one, just because I really liked that sort of like rainbow ombre effect. And I'm planning on using like one for my main kits and one for my memory keeping kits, like to organize what kits I'm going to use for the year. Because right now I have like this giant accordion, and I feel like stuff gets lost in it. Like, I have this huge stack of Anytime kits in the front of it that I feel like I just forget about. And if I can see more objectively like how many kits I'm going to need and like where I have spaces and stuff, I will be more conservative about buying kits. So, and then Saturday, I kind of made myself like get up and move a little bit. I made myself like clean the bathrooms and do some more laundry. And then I was pretty exhausted. So I mean, like maybe all the cleaning stuff took like an hour. But I think I was done with like all the cleaning stuff by like 10:30 in the morning, but I was just burnt out. I kind of didn't realize like how physically exhausted I really was and like how much my body was hurting just because I'm not used to that. But I watched Great British Bake Off all afternoon, and then I like waited till Saturday morning to call and make the appointment because I wasn't sure I was going to be feeling. I did go get my nails done, and so that's the color that's on my nails right now, this like super dark, almost black, like teal color with glitter in it. I think it was called like Sea by Night or something, like SEA, that kind of sea is real pretty. And then Joe and I did our like Giant Eagle date night kind of thing, where we just go grocery shopping together at night, which is like such a married couple date night, but we had no food. Normally we go on Friday nights, but I just felt so crappy on Friday. There was no way I was leaving the house. But we needed food, so we did go, and I was beat when we got back from like walking around. I was so exhausted, so I went to sleep very early on Saturday night. And then Sunday I woke up, I had some coffee, I watched some YouTube videos, and I used a paper and milk little YouTube sticker to mark that, and then I grabbed the bed sticker from the kit, like the fancy patterned icon, to mark that I washed bedding, including like we have some like other extra blankets that we sleep with other than just like the sheets and stuff on the bed, like fluffy blankets that are like really fuzzy and nice and stuff, so I washed those separately too. And then I did some more YouTube stuff. I feel like I got really caught up on YouTube videos this week with like editing and doing voiceovers and stuff, just because I was home so much and I was like just laying there doing nothing anyways. And it was something to sort of distract me from like how uncomfortable I was feeling. And then I got an Amazon package, which is weird. I've had like an Amazon package delivered the last 2 Sundays, which is super weird. And then I did a little baby meal prep just for my lunches for the week. And I unloaded the dishwasher. I washed all the dishes from my meal prep thing, and I'm like doing this out of order, but on like Sunday afternoon into like evening, I just did my jigsaw puzzle, and then Joe actually ended up joining me and doing the puzzle with me, which he like hates doing jigsaw puzzles, so I feel very blessed that Joe actually sat and did a puzzle with me because he's never done that before. And that was really fun just to like hang out with him. And I actually think I started listening to The Night Circus with Joe because Joe's never read The Night Circus, and it's one of my favorite books of all time. So, and it's very fall-ish. So that was just a good time and very relaxing. And then we watched the new episode of South Park. So this is the finished spread, guys. I love how this turned out. This is so fall, and this artwork is just so beautiful, and the colors and just everything about it. Like, this was such a crappy week, but like this spread is so pretty. Like, I just love everything about this spread. And if I didn't say where a sticker was from, please like feel free to ask me down below. I know I was kind of like rambling about what was going on this week, and like I wasn't as good about saying like where stickers were from, so feel free to ask me down below. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do a little Viv Wiggle sort of situation going on here in a second. Maybe I know I am. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that foil. I'll talk to you in my next video, guys. Bye.